As Wilby looks through all the frames at the store, he desperately wishes that he had written down the sizes of the photographs that he needs to frame. He knows that some of them are smaller than others and some of them are quite big. But what size, and does he want them mapped? Perhaps he should quit looking for today and go home and properly measure everything out. Because lately, photographs have become very important to Wilby. This was last Friday's live stream drawing. Unlike every other week that I've been doing these lately, I actually went in with a plan. I had figured out a week prior the pose and the fact I wanted to do a Cyclops, and then the day before the stream, saw a picture on Twitter that gave me inspiration for her shirt. I'm quite proud of how this turned out, even though now, after the fact, I am starting to see a lot of errors in the things that I have done here. However, the stream was a blast, and I'm sorry I didn't finish after 3 hours, and I still took another hour and a half after the stream to finish this. However, here it is, Celeste, in all of her Cyclopsy, spaced out beauty. Even when Wilby was young, Pac-Man was still considered an old game. However, he still enjoyed playing it. So much so that even to this day, when he's out and he sees an old Pac-Man machine at an arcade, he'll stop and play for at least a few minutes. Even though there are new means to play the game on a phone or on a modern console, Wilby still finds it exciting to play on an arcade cabinet. It brings him peace and calm. The Tomezo is a strange blockhead-shaped creature that seemingly lacks a lot of intelligence, which isn't good for a carnivorous creature such as itself. It seems to feed itself almost out of dumb luck, rather than skill or intelligence, often catching its prey after the prey has done something rather silly to incapacitate itself, such as running into an object, knocking itself unconscious. All the prey seems to do things rather ridiculously and dangerously when confronted by the Tomezo. Around the world where humans have gathered near water sources, legends of rivermen have popped up. These creatures don't stray too far from the water's edge to find their prey, where they grab hold of them and drag them to their death under the water. This riverman was spotted in southern Ohio, near South Point. No matter where you are, be sure to stay away from the water's edge late at night. This was done during last week's live stream. Thanks to everyone who joined me. Hope to see you all this Friday. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Standing in the empty lobby, Wilby can't help but wonder if the midnight showing for Scream is actually going to happen. None of the staff is making any effort to kick him out of the lobby. So to keep himself from getting too nervous and just leaving, he's been scrolling through TikTok. However, he doesn't want to be an inconvenience to the staff by making a lot of noise, so he's been doing it on mute, and he's very confused by the video he's currently watching, as there are no subtitles. I wanted to have this done by Valentine's Day, but I started feeling bad on that day. I had a really bad migraine. So, yesterday, the 15th, I finished the drawing off. Here's a late Valentine's Day succubus. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. Although I feel like I need to work a little more on my faces still yet. I don't know why I can't get those to look right. She looks like she has the humanoid face of a mouse, right? Anyways, happy day after the day after Valentine's Day, everyone. I guess I could just say happy Thursday. Go on. It's okay. You know you want to crawl inside and just feed it. It's waiting to be fed. Just go on ahead and feed it. What's taking so long? It needs to be fed. It's waiting to be fed. It's begging you. So, just go on ahead, crawl into its mouth, and feed it. It's just that simple. You'll be much happier if you just feed it. In 1978, after being released from a drug rehab, Lisa Griffin began work on a wicker chair, a project that was mostly done to keep her from using again. It took years to complete the chair. Afterwards, she found that the desire to return to her old ways was still there, so she moved into the woods to get away from the temptations. There she lived until the end of her days. Having no friends or family, no one was there to check in on her, so her body wasn't found for about a year. Discovered by hikers who claimed they heard a crying sound from within her house. When they got in, they said they found a strange creature made of wicker crying over her body. However, when the authorities arrived to investigate, there was no such creature. However, since her body's removal, people have claimed they have ran across a wicker man in the woods, crying out for its Lisa. Despite the clear skies, Wilby was disappointed to find out that he couldn't get to his favorite spot to feed the ducks. It had been several days since all of the rain, and Wilby had thought that the lake couldn't possibly have risen over its banks. It didn't seem like it had rained that much, and besides, it had been several days since the storm. Yet here Wilby was, standing with bread in a bag with no ducks to feed, and no way to get to where the ducks would be. Hopefully the waters will recede soon, because Wilby would like to feed the ducks and maybe even have a picnic. Across the United States, there is roughly 100,000 miles of abandoned railroad tracks, and at any given time, they could be the hunting grounds for Vetbo. This creature crawls along the tracks, looking for prey, and when it finds some, it brightens its bioluminescent lights to disorient its prey, grabbing hold of them with one of its many tendrils, pulling it into its mouth. However, sometimes Vetbo will depart from its normal hunting ground and embark and hunt for other prey on active tracks. So, watch yourself at night around railroad tracks and beware of Vetbo. The Flulagurgan is a very unusual creature. Not quite a bird, not quite a giraffe, and not quite a deer. This creature loves to travel with many deer that it will protect by any means necessary. Every so often, some big game hunter will get it in their head that they will hunt the Flulagurgan. They never tend to survive. Oddly enough, the Flulagurgan does not eat foliage like the deer. However, it does eat birds, and a good sign that a deer has spent some time with the Flulagurgan is they often also
acquire a taste for birds. So if you see the Flulagurgan with a herd of deer, just admire it from afar.
In the last 57 years, individuals have been found, their heads crushed, and their brains missing, all along the Ohio Valley. In 1986, a photo was taken of a creature that the public would soon dub the Ohio Valley Purple Head Sucker. It is believed that even since the time of the photograph, the Purple Head Sucker has continued to claim victims. If you live in any of the states that are considered part of the Ohio Valley, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, the southwestern portion of Pennsylvania, and the northeastern portion of West Virginia, your life may be in danger.